Welcome to the Evening Review. My name is Sukhana Klache, and joining us in studio is the outgoing Secretary General of the Popular Democratic Movement Youth League. Before we go into that interview, please, we'll go for a short break. Welcome back to the Evening Review.
Thank you, Mr. Khone.
You are in the last days as the head of the Popular Democratic Movement Youth League. Just to reflect on that, you're going out now, the PDM Youth League as you found it, in what state did you find it, and are you satisfied with how you are leaving it?
Yes, actually I find this, the PDM Youth League where we don't have any structure. We don't have anything. I started from scratch. As also, if you can recall that, that time I took the throne in 2012. That time we had 2 seats in Parliament. Then we went to the party congress where we elected a new president, which is Venani. Then we increased our seats from there. And when the Youth League, we did not have a constitution, not at all. Today we are speaking in the Youth League constitution. We do not have a structure in all 14 regions. As we are speaking today, we have a structure of the Youth League in all 14 regions. So we had a lot that we did. And even sending young people abroad and also here local for the workshops and other things. So I think we did a lot.
If one has to look now at the political discourse in the country and the conversations that are happening, would you say that the PDM Youth League has been as visible as other youthful organizations? For example, we know back in 2014, the affirmative repositioning movement, for example, addressed the housing issue. We know that the Swapo Party Youth League has been vocal on issues around youth unemployment. We know, for example, again, student movements such as the Student Union of Namibia has been vocal on issues relating to the repayment of loans to the Namibia Student Financial Assistance Fund. But what always comes out is that the PDM Youth League in these dialogues is nowhere to be found. What do you say to that?
Yes, I think sometimes people, they must understand the content of politics. In all what you are mentioning, some of us, indirectly or directly, we are part of it. But also, sometimes also people, they are not also out there to try also to talk the truth of the organization. So I think the PDM Youth League, it's one of the vibrant organization, or let's say youth in this country. We had even, we talk about the boycotting of the Independence Day. It was all over. Also, I think also you read it about it, where we talk that we don't need to people to celebrate the Independence Day and so forth. So it was all over. And I did even one time where I went to visit the school kids where they were taught under the tree. So it was also one of the issues that people, they talk about it. It was all over in the news, but actually maybe people, they don't even concentrate more on those issues. So we did a lot. There was also a time that also we speak about the ASEAN recruiting the government employee to come and assist the official when you talk about the elections, where I asked the ECN, it was also printed in some of the newspaper, that the ECN must employ unemployment, the people who are on the street, to come and assist the ECN, so that at least these people, they can go have something at the end of the day. So, and I think also the ECN changed it, and I speak these things in 2014. So now, as we speak, in the previous elections, they use unemployment more than the government, the more they used to use the government employee. So, and some of those things you cannot see it, but people, it happened. We were the youth league also that we speak about the coalition. We started even, there was a by-election in Tsumkwe where I started this coalition. The opposition must come together. And because it was, I refer to the results of the opposition when you bring together, can win the ruling party. So we talk a lot of things that people maybe they don't count on that or so. So I think the PDM Youth League is there. Yes. So from here, people, they can just, the new leaders, they will come and take it from there. Because as a leader, you can say yes to my best of my ability. But if it's beyond your best of your ability, then so it will not be your responsibility.
In terms of policy, shaping of policy with now, as the Youth League, how much of an impact has the, do you see much of the policy that you craft or the ideas that you craft at Youth League level making it to the to the mother party?
Yes, we even recently, as you are coming from the policy conference, look at those delegates. Out of 100%, actually, most of the 60 or to 70%, they were young people. And they're the ones who deliberate in the policy conference. So I think we have young people who have focus, who have future in this organization, and also they know what they are doing. They know what is the plan for this organization, even beyond 2024, or let's say beyond politics also, they are there. So they were deliberating in the different issues that we were having in that policy conference. So I think the Youth League is there, and it's well represented in any kind of the structure of the party also.
But now, as a member of the public, sitting out there, I would tend to think that, what are the policy positions of the PDM Youth League? What is the stance on, for example, abortion? What is the stance on same-sex marriages, for example? What is the stance on free education? Where are these policy stances?
All those policies, I think the president of the party alluded, we must respect the human being rights. On your individual, you must be respected. There is nothing that we can do it. But actually, there is a committee that is dealing with the LGBT plus or something like that we are busy with that. So I cannot talk now while we are busy with that, with the committee to look at in that. So I think the position of the party is where the position of the Youth League.
So everything that the mother party says, even if you as youthful leaders do not agree, you fall in line. Is that
No. We differ even. We differ even in the at the policy conference or wherever any meeting that we have, that we invited by the party. We differ a lot, but actually, at the end of the day, you must take a decision as a leader. We are in a democratic organization where, if things did not go as you plan, you must also accepted what is other are doing, because it's a democracy. You can divide the house, and then from there you can get a result. So then you must follow and also protect the interest of the organization, the image of the organization. So because if I differ with you, I must not go out there and try to say otherwise. We must be in the same way, because majority count. So what can we do?
But we've seen with other political organizations, and I'm not going to make a specific example.
Specify it. Let me see it.
No,
Let me see it, yeah.
We've seen, for example, with the liquidation of Air Namibia, you had SWAPO, the main party, which is, of course, given the mandate to govern the country. there was a decision made that Namibia be liquidated. We saw the Swapo Party Youth League come out and actually question that. Is there that type of interaction within the Youth League where you put a decisive foot down and say, up until here, and we're not going any further forward?
Should be seen in the newspaper for us that the PDM Youth League is differ with a national leader.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm clarified what you are saying from your point of view, that when we differ in the house. We don't differ for you to be seen. So we differ in the house. We divide the house.
But at the end of the day?
Sometimes even we win in the house. Yes. So it's just a vice versa. This time around, this point, the Youth League won. The other time, the leaders win, or the region and so forth, as per the structure of the organization. So it's not about for us to get credit out there that we have to shake the leaders. They have a lot of things inside that we have it, but we don't need to divulge on the public domain. So let it be, because people, when they see there's a fight between the youth leader and the president of this organization where people are just making like this. No, we are not there. We don't need to. We have to protect the image of the organization.
What would you make, as an outgoing leader of the Youth League, what would you make right now of the state of youth politics in Namibia?
We are actually in a difficulty because most of the young people, they are not there to decide for themselves. They're decided by other people. That's why when you post a question, or one of your person who posed the question at the press conference, that they say, are you going to be re-elected? Then I say, no, I don't need to be re-elected. If I was qualified and to be in the age of the youth. Because for me, it's all about grooming other people, mentoring. You don't need to be there until Jesus comes at the airport. No, you don't need such a way. Give a chance to others. If you're a good dancer, sometimes also you must leave the
The dance floor.
Yeah, the floor for others also to shine. So for me, two terms is enough for me to allow other people to come on board.
No, we'll speak about your term, but
yeah.
just the state of youth politics in Namibia, your assessment.
Yeah, it's so difficult because in general, the young people are really affected. They are really affected by unemployment, anything, even education system that is not even in place and all those things. So the young people are very confused even, and they're confused by the system that we have in this country.
Benson, we'll chat shortly. We just quickly want to go for a commercial break. We'll be with you shortly.
Season 1 of the Hunters Chill Session is coming to a close. To celebrate Hunters and the Namibian Sun, we'll be having an exclusive invite-only event at Access Lounge on the 23rd of November. You can be part of this. Stand a chance to win exclusive double tickets for you and a friend to attend the Hunters Chill finale. WhatsApp a picture of you and your friend chilling with your favorite Hunters to 084 000 9820. Hunters, refreshes like nothing on earth. Not for persons under the age of 18. T's and C's apply.
Welcome back. I want to ask you, there's an elective Congress within the Youth League coming up. How would you describe the mood currently within the Youth League?
Yeah, the mood is there as we are facing the Congress. Congress is all about more on the elections. So people, they are there, they have vibe for the Congress, vying for the positions. So they are there, they are out, the vibe is there.
One is picking up that there seems to be jostling within the Youth League for positions, and this is being tied to factions. Would you say that there are camps that are existing within the Youth League? Because it's a political organization at the end of the day.
I can just say maybe there is a function in the Youth League, but we are talking about the constitution that is allowing to say after a certain time you must go to the Congress. So those people who are there fighting or vying for those positions. So there are people who have interest, but actually now, as I'm speaking now, I did not get a reflection now who are those people who are running for it. But and I cannot deny that there are no people. There are people on the ground that they are vying for some positions in the PDM Youth League. So yeah, but actually there's no function in the organization. So I don't know how do you define the function and how
factions.
The factions. How do you define it? That's also a question, because the Constitution says it must be open campaign. So that's why you open on Monday for anyone who have interest to show the interest. And also, the other thing, actually, we don't have other process than the Congress itself to be nominated and seconded in the Congress for you to be elected. Yeah.
And then you are stepping out as the youth league leader. You said that if there was provision for you to stand, you would not stand again, and that you are happy. Do you think you've done enough in this time that you've been the youth in these 9 years since you took over in 2012? Did you do enough to groom future leaders for the youth?
There is no enough time in life. No one must own the process. There's no such a thing. Every person will come when their time goes. Let others people, they will come. So to groom, I did. I brought people on the PDM platform. They are there. They're joining the organization. So it's there. I did in my as a leader where I can. So I don't force, but I have to do as a leader. I did it in that regard to bring young people on board. You see some of the people, even young member of parliament, where are they coming from? Some of them, even for them to join the organization, they call me directly. They came to me and discussed the matter. What is the way forward? Until they join the organization. Yeah. So, just, politics is not about you have to own the organization. You shouldn't just, when the time you see PDM, Bensen is not there, then the PDM must die. No, there's no such a thing. The organization must move, must grow in the process. People, they must also be part of the, growth. So I think I did where I can. I did where I can. So let others, they can take it from there.
As a youthful leader, how do you feel if one has to look at the parliamentary list and the fact that some youth, not all, but some youth members were excluded from going to parliament? How do you feel as a youth leader about that?
We feel for the whole process, actually. We feel it. What happened, what transpired, we look at and try to weigh. But actually, the case is still at the court level. We don't need to discuss, but let's just discuss afterwards. Even after the Congress also, you can also allow me maybe to come back and talk about it. And also after the court case and so forth, so that we can look at, because you can't just discuss more that issue while it's at the high level of the court and so forth. But yes, the current, there are those who are in and those who are outside. Also, there are young people also. Somehow, somewhere else, all of them, they can affect it.
No, I'm not asking you to discuss the merits of the case, but just your feel. How, do you feel, just as a youthful leader, do you was it fair? Do you sympathize with them? Do you think the party took the best decision?
That's why I'm saying we can discuss that matter later.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then lastly now, since you're stepping out, where to for you within the PDM or otherwise?
Very good. When we joined the organization, we did not join to apply for a work. It was not a mistake for me to be here. I've been in the organization for 9 years without getting anything from the organization. Then it was a sacrifice for me to be there 9 years until I was voted in 2012 up to date. So it's not about the job, it's about the organization that we serve, that we see this is a potential, this is an alternative government. If the ruling party is no more there, we have to be the alternative. So from here, I'm going to serve the party at the national level. I'm a secretary for organization and mobilization of the party. I was elected 2 months back. So now from here, I'm going to be a secretary for organization full-time now to organize. As we are facing the Congress of the party by 2024, So before you go, you have a Congress, you must have a restructure. You must restructure the party in all, from the branches to the constituency, from constituency to the regional one, until to the Congress. So that's why yearly next year I must start with my work as a secretary for organization and mobilization from January. So that's my work. So from here, leave the youth league, go to the party, do the job. And we are preparing for 2024 so that the party can gain more support or even to take over from the ruling party.
And then, I know I said that was my last question. I just want to know from you, since you're saying you're preparing for 2024, if one looks at what happened in South Africa with the municipal elections,
Yeah.
if one looks at Zambia.
There are two 2024 in the PDM, one of the Congress and one of the general elections.
But now the national, the
Elections.
presidential and national.
Okay.
Yeah, with a view on that. And of course, 2025, the local, regional and local authority elections. How far are we from coalition governments, firstly, and do you think opposition parties can mount a serious challenge?
To the ruling party.
And are you doing enough to canvass for support?
Yeah, I don't know. Your first question, you might just come with your first question. What was the?
How far do you think we are from seeing the ruling party being knocked off and coalition governments being formed at various levels of government?
Sometimes also if perhaps even the opposition did not also come together to make it a coalition also, it will also harm the ruling party even in any kind. Because SWAPO, from 56% currently that they have, they might even decline to 40% or 46% or somewhere there if you compare to South African elections. So that one, it will give you a clear cut to say, nationally, SWAPO they might win it. But when it comes to the decision and you talk about presidential, we might go even for rerun and so forth, you don't know. So actually, SWAPO for us, and the people themselves out there, you see yourself that no, people, they don't even worry about SWAPO because SWAPO is denying this allegation of fish rot and other things even. So look at even the head office, the way it look like. On the other side, you see the state hospital that they haven't built for 31 years. So people, they count all those things, and their children, it's taught under tree and so forth. People, they bring all these things together. There's no development. People are floating from the rural area, try to come and look for the development in the urban area, but they are not getting. That's why you see most of these shacks houses all over. So I think the people themselves, they will speak on their behalf out there, and they see this is a way that we must change this government. So we are ready for any challenge. The coalition, to talk about the coalition is one of the tough things. We have to create it. I know the president, my president, started these negotiations already, where other opposition came and tried to criticize, to say, why you and all those things. So, because you are official opposition, sometimes you don't want to play a big boy or to play in others because you are official opposition. So let other people maybe come on board and also bring the negotiations so that we can see it. But I think there are something happening on the ground. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to be here. It's up to them, the Namibian people, to decide, and by 2024, we are ready for that.
Thank you for tuning into the Evening Review. Good night.